All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Silence, and today we got something here a little different. Today we're gonna be drawing traditionally. I went out and got me a sketchbook, got me this Pigma FB pen. So let me tell you a little bit how I got this about, or why I wanted to draw traditionally and go back to it. Um, I've been doing a lot of research, like let's throw it back to the beginning. I've always wanted to draw like Kim Jong Gi, and I've been watching a lot of videos on Bryce Coe and Peter Han, and they pretty much draw the same way but without construction. So like Kim Jong Gi's style is, his visual library is crazy. And Peter Hans and also Bryce Coe's, they don't use any guidelines. They don't use no circles. They don't use no. They construct everything in their head and then they go in straight to ink. And I wanted to do a little series of training myself on how to draw like that. Not only do I want to draw like that traditionally, but I also want to transfer it to digitally and just draw a lot faster. Pretty much the goal for me is to be able to draw much faster, much more efficient. Because I feel like trying to get a job in the industry, you're gonna have to know how to draw fast. So we're gonna go through a little training arc, a little boot camp of how to train ourselves pretty much to draw traditionally. I feel like I already have a good. I mean, I know I went to art school, so I know like form and shape and everything. So I kind of know like the basics. Um, but I feel like it's still gonna be hard nonetheless because I've always used construction. I've always used guidelines kind of underneath my drawings to help bring out whatever piece I'm working on. But today we're gonna learn how to do that with no guidelines. But in this video we're gonna keep it short. I plan on doing a lot more videos like this, like a little boot camp series because I want to eventually do digitally. We're gonna be doing both traditionally and digitally, but I feel like starting off on paper is the best way because I don't have the number one goaded, goaded tool, Control Z. If any artists out there, I know all my fellow artists, you guys know that Control Z is goated. So we don't have that now. So this get try to get this going with just straight ink and paper. I'm not gonna draw on the first page because I know it's gonna be bad. I want to start drawing, and this is gonna help me start drawing more. So yeah, this is not. I didn't pre-record this. This is just me talking off. So if I'm yapping, yeah, if you know me, you know me. I'm a yap lord. So if y'all catch me yapping, then that's just how it's gonna be. But we're gonna start on the second page, and we're gonna start simple. Like I feel like to draw like Kim Jong Gi, Bryce Cole, and Peter Han, you gotta learn like. I guess I gotta build up my visual library because my visual library isn't really good. I used a lot of references. I know references aren't bad, but um I feel like in order to get better, I'm gonna have to strengthen my visual library. But today we're going to start off with references. And if you guys don't know who Peter Han is and Cole, I'll link their stuff, their like Instagrams and stuff in the description. But let me look at a piece. Let's just start by drawing like simple boxes and just warming up pretty much. That's what I feel like we should be doing right now. Let me brighten up this light real quick. All right. Let's get them going. Let's get this going. I kind of tilt the paper, so let's uh let's just get some stuff going. Let's just draw some simple boxes. Always, ooh, this is gonna be fun. Look at me. Look at this shaking. Mmm. Jesus Christ. All right, let's just draw some simple boxes. Try to play with the perspective. I feel like it's gonna help in the long run to know how to draw boxes. And so like when we're drawing the form or any like piece, we're going to use the box and cylinder method in order to do these pieces. So I feel like in order to draw like this without any construction underneath, you're gonna have to be good at drawing these boxes and cylinders on the go. Because I feel like the human body is a bunch of just boxes and cylinders. I feel like these boxes and cylinders help with form. And I haven't drawn traditionally. I haven't drawn traditionally in such a long time. So it feels really weird. But it's good. I didn't even know how shaky. If you guys can't see, I'm like my lines are very shaky. Um, that's probably for me getting used to digitally and getting used to the stabilization tools. But let's draw some more boxes. Let's draw some on the looking down. Like that's trapezoid. That was in no box. Draw some cylinders too. I'm just trying to, cause I'm imagining that going like that, and this going like this. I still plan on drawing digitally, for you guys and everything. I'm still working on that portfolio. Um, and that we're gonna be streaming, working on that. But this I think I'm just gonna be doing like YouTube videos on and stuff like that in order to you know, get it down, get this like method down. So this is gonna be on a bunch of YouTube videos. Draw some circles or some spheres. I know in order to draw with that style, you're gonna have to know form a lot. Like form is gonna have to be like on par, and I'm trash, so I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of practicing. But hey, we're gonna practice together. I want everybody to if you draw, if you're an artist, pull out your sketch pads, do some boxes, do some circles, do some spheres, cylinders, do all this practice with me. I feel like eventually, maybe a year or two, or I'm not even putting a time limit on there. We're just gonna go, and eventually once it clicks in my mind and we get it going, then we'll be able to draw without any guidelines. But for now, we are just going to be using these practice tools. Just trying to figure out form, etc., etc. Let's throw some more boxes in there. And I feel like the boxes don't have to be perfect. Like you don't need to draw a horizon line and draw the lines out. I mean, you can if you want, but since we're using like ink, you're not gonna be able to erase that. So it's like you can do it like this and just follow those lines. But the goal is to not need these lines in order to draw it. Like we want to skip this part. Because these lines, yeah, these guidelines, they do help you draw these boxes, but we want to like skip this part and go straight to drawing that box, that same box that we drew up here, the same box we drew right here. We want to skip this whole process and like visualize it in our head and then just draw that box. And just imagine that vanishing point and that horizon line. And same for this one. We want to skip that process and just imagine it. Boom, box. All right. I really like this pen though. I know me and my girlfriend were looking for this pen for a while. I was trying to go to Michael's and all these other stores, but I ended up finding it in the art supply warehouse in Westminster. If you're around, if you live in California. See, this cylinder is no bueno. That's better. Get that form. All right. Let's continue finishing this page of just boxes and cylinders and etc. And then we'll move on to something. But I feel like this is the best practice for sure, hands down, into you know, getting it down packed. Cause I feel like say like for the like if we want to draw like the bicep or something, like the bicep is like this, but if we the bicep kind of goes something like that, and if we want to skip this process of drawing it like this, you kind of seeing it as a cylinder. The bicep, and you just use the form to go around it. And then with it like that, then the arm comes out, and then everybody knows arms is cylinders. So when we go into these poses that we're gonna do right now, we're gonna just do them like in the mannequin pose, like Kim Jung-gi did. We're gonna try to do everything in a box. We're gonna think of these things in the box, place these poses in a box, and then like just draw the pose inside the box. Yay. Stick figure. All right. I'm not gonna draw on the back of these pages just in case, when I get good, I want to print them or something like that, or scan them and print them. So we're just gonna go to the different page. So let's pull up. I'm gonna pull up some poses. I feel like gesture will help too, but we're gonna start off with these with just some poses. And I'll go ahead and post the pose. I'll put edit the pose in when I'm editing the video, like right now, so you guys can see the pose that I'm working with. But for right now, let's get it. I'm I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna try to break it down. I mean, this is our first one, so it's gonna be probably trash. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Talking to you guys like I know something, but it's probably gonna be trash. But hey, this is gonna be our first one. We gonna get it though. All right. So we're gonna do it in the mannequin pose, like in the mannequin shape. It's 15 minutes. All right, let's go. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. So what y'all just we're gonna just draw it in a box, boxes and cylinders. The head is a little tilted, like this way, and then we use the neck. We use the cylinder as the neck. I'm just trying to imagine. We'll draw these tilted. Her shoulders are at a tilt. I usually start from collarbone. Like if I'm thinking about a pose in the collarbone, like the tilts. I feel like the collarbone helps. So say like, let me zoom in a little more. All right. Say if I'm just gonna like tilt something, I will use like the collarbone to dignify that wherever it's gonna be tilted at an angle, like just like two like little like check marks, kind of for you to see. But we're gonna do this as in the box. As you can tell, I'm just yapping. So let's lock in real quick. And we can use circles. I already felt like I made the box too big. So don't be like me. Do like a little cylinder. Like I said, this first one is gonna be trash, so it's all good in the hood. I'm trying to picture the gesture line going that way, and like that. But got a little bit. See, this is like already not lined up. This should be down here. So if we make this longer, that like that, and then the hand will go something like that. It looks horrible. But I feel like this is gonna help, even though it looks horrible right here. I feel like just drawing it, and even though we're messing up like a lot, say when we go into like I guess just drawing it by itself, like without no guidelines. I mean, I feel like it's gonna help because I feel like just looking at the pose, like us doing this and messing up, is like training our brain in order to like figure out how to fix it. I guess that makes sense. So I guess when we draw like the actual pose with no like guidelines, I feel like in my mind I'll remember that this is too long. Like maybe the torso was too long, and that this has to match with this. So I'll fix it when we do the actual pose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not, but I feel like it's gonna help. But this is our first one, so honestly, if we mess up, I don't really care. The fact that we're drawing and trying to learn is where it's at, pretty much. And I know I've been watching Peter Kwam uh a lot, and then he's been talking about proportions, and I feel like my proportions aren't the best, but the more, oops, yeah, I guess you can see the pose on there. Uh, let me see. Wait, do I have two stuff open? What's going on? I have two OBSs open. What the? It's weird. Um, but Peter Hans talking about proportions. He talks about proportions a lot, and I feel like just drawing in general will help with proportions. Um, and my feet are still like dog horrible. Uh, so I feel like we pretty much have a lot to learn still. Like one of the reasons why I love art. So literally a lifelong journey, and I feel like I have way longer to go. But that's what makes it exciting, you know. And I'm not trying to draw any details. I'm just trying to see where her like feet lie, even though I can't see it because of her thing. But like this is like I guess this is kind of how like the pose. I was trying to get the contrapposo in there. I think that's what you gotta call it. Um, that the center line contrapposo. I think something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah. All right. Let's do our first one. You know, I'm gonna draw. I'm actually gonna draw on the back of this page because I feel like in the beginning I don't care. I feel like it's gonna be trash anyway. So I don't want to waste too much paper. Take a swig of that alcohol real quick. I don't want to make this video too long, but we'll try to draw this character in straight from scratch. It's gonna be trash, but we trying, boys. All right, let's go. You know we're gonna shortcut this into anime style, so The head is already looking horrible. So yeah, this is gonna be a harder thing than we thought, huh? It's not easy. I like looking at it from this perspective. Like the leg is way too long. I'm gonna guess I'm looking at it at a different angle. Yeah, the leg is way too long. Like I had the like this leg should be pushed back this way. This leg is way too long, and I feel like I didn't get the head tilt. So so I mean, not bad. How long did that take? Uh, to do it. I feel like it's. I mean, I wasn't. I feel like the head is wrong. I feel like if I did it again, I feel like every piece, every drawing that I guess you do is I guess you can it helps you do it faster, learn how to do it faster. Like for sure, if I did it again, this leg wouldn't be so long, and I would actually get more of the head tilt. Like her head is literally tilted. Like say if I was gonna draw her head, it's gonna be tilted this way. A little bit that way. Ears, ears. Alright, that's just exaggerating it, I guess. And then I would draw her body. I'll do it like that. But I mean, the head is. I mean, you can easily just. I feel like you can always throw something on to fix it. We could throw on. I watched Wicked the other day, literally last night. So I can even throw on her a little witch hat. I guess to hide my mistake of the head. And then yeah, but we're gonna get better. This is the first one that we did. This is day one. And if we can, I feel like if we just keep grinding at it, keep doing more, keep doing better stuff, we're gonna get to we can get better. Cause I mean the goal is to draw this with no construction lines, and then this is like me already doing construction lines. This is what I don't want. I don't want to have to. I don't draw the circle. Like I don't want to have to draw a circle and then put this down and then draw the neck and then draw like because it's at an angle, like draw like the rib cage type thing and then like that. I don't want to have to do that. I want to just be able to jump straight into the piece like so. But the more we draw, the better we're gonna get. And I'm gonna just you know we can just yap about a whole bunch of stuff when we're sketching. This is like this is a testing video to see you know how we do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. We're gonna do a lot more practice, 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 practice. Draw, draw, draw. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Just locking in, drawing, because I want to take this to digital, and if we can master how to draw better, because I haven't even found my style yet. I love Studio Mirror, and I want to learn how to draw like Studio Mirror. So I guess we'll do practices of those. Right now we'll do practices of just how to do the body, but then after we get better at like just drawing without construction, then we'll try like different styles. So oh, Jesus Christ, my bad, y'all. But I mean, hey, thank you guys for watching. This is the first video of many, and see you guys on the next video. Peace.